Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, we should look to the war up front. The Vikings are #1 in rushing yards, going up against the Packers, who will need to be strong up front.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First down, Rodgers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hardy, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
319!
Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ty Montgomery unable to get to the marker. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Cook running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Throwing his Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going out offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Cousins now. And complete right side to Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Janikowski for the field goal try. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now they'll run. Murray. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That's caught at the 3. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
Out to kick is Janikowski. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers will try again on second down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Gates, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's hauled in by Hardy. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Defense showing blitz. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Open here, Adam Thielen. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now the Packers get set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a run with Cook, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play. He was able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Cook, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out to kick is Janikowski. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead will grow by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Rodgers now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On now is the Packers punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. The offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack on 1st down there by the defense, and now it's 2nd down. Play clock winding down. They go play action. Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Rodgers. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Take it at the 37. Diggs with a good footwork. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd down now after the pass completion. To throw, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down throw for Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You never count the Packers out with Rodgers leading them, but the largest deficit they've come back from in team history is 23 points, and they need to top that number here. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Julius Peppers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, that's Murray. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. Give him 30 yards there.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he loses the football a second time. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The play clock's running down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. First. Back.
A toss to Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Here's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. 319. 358.
Rodgers now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Rodgers to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Rodgers going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Well, Charles,